That's the fit I'm looking for. The trailer of Overwatch. It's pretty cool. Tell you, Blizzard always did kick-ass cinematics. They always did. Got a really good art team. Okay. I'm gonna pull this off because I don't want any glue sticking to the head. The cinematic. So I'm gonna hold this in place until it dries, and once it cools down and dries, I can take and put a little bit glue in the inside area, and then hit that end. I'm not gonna glue this entire back down hard, because I want it to be a gap. That's what I'm hoping for. Because I want to be able to get a fan eventually, install a fan in there so it can actually suck in the air, through that little gap way and blow it through the helmet. I got a ton of dust on me. Ooh, cosplay was never a clean hobby or business. Definitely put on the old clothes when you do this stuff. The clothes you don't care about. Alright, so I put a little more glue on the inside along the seam there, just to help reinforce that bond. Yeah, and the type of foam is called EVA foam. If you're not sure what that is, if you've ever gone to a martial arts tournament or if you're going to the gym where the weights are at, those mats all the weights are on, that's what this is. It's a great material for armor making. Just amazing. The stuff you can do with this. From making it look like armor to giving it an organic look. You know, just takes time and patience and the right tools. Yep, Reinhardt is 61-year-old robot. Yes. I kind of like how all the characters have a look of tech on them. No matter who they are, they got a little sci-fi, added to them. Pretty cool. Okay, let's glue this piece down now. And once again, I smooth this bad boy out with the tip of the glue gun because it's nice and hot already. And I bend this into place and attach it. So once again, I'm holding this down. So funky little curve until it cools. this is fully cured, I'll heat it with the heat gun, this back area, and push everything so it bends the right way into place. Okay, let's get that inside. But you guys can look and see so far, not too bad for a few hours work, huh? Oh no, I built this. This is built. Um, this is called what I call a duct tape dress form. This actually is one of my head, so I know whatever I build on top of this, it's gonna fit perfectly. Um, I encourage anybody to build these. I actually have one of my head, I have one of my arms, my legs, I have one of my torso, so my full body, basically. It's really the only good way to, only smart way, I should say, when it comes to building armor for yourself or for your clients. You know, all my clients that want something built for me armor wise, I make them make a duct tape dress form and mail it to me flat. On my end, I'll stuff it and then I'll build the armor right around it. This way, I know for sure it's actually going to fit them properly. You know, measurements when it comes to foam work is not good. Give me an actual body part to work with. And this is easy to do. You need help. You know, you need one person to do it, but it's easy. It's just this here is just two layers of duct tape and saran wrap. The difference is what the first layer of duct tape on here is a cheap braid kind, but the second layer I have on here is Gorilla duct tape. It comes in a black color. Very, very durable, very, very strong. I've had this head over a year, and you can see it's been through hell, but yet it still keeps the form of my head, which is the important thing. But you definitely need help. You need somebody to put it on you. You know, you can instruct them on how to do it, but yeah, you gotta sit there and just relax. You know, watch TV, some music, while they tape your head up. You know, and then cut you out of it. Okay. Time to heat some stuff up and get to bending it. I'm just going to do this. Just hold it together a little bit. You kind of want to overbend it. That way, when you let go of it, it'll fall into the right shape. You know, and while you're doing your bend, you just look at your work, check out your edges and whatnot, make sure everything is copacetic. Got some bleed out right here that I'm definitely gonna have to smooth out. It's a little glob right there. And there are a bunch of different ways to take care of that. One way is with your heat gun. Heat up that area to a surface of glue to take your finger and wipe it off. You can also use a knife, look at like one of these, and just cut it off. But when you do that, you run the risk of maybe scratching, you know, the foam where you don't want it to be scratched at. Personally, I like using a heat method. I can even use the tip of my glue gun, and I can just take my time, run it back and forth over it, and once it gets soft enough, wipe it off, and it's gone. There we go. It's a bit more narrow, like it should be. It's about how it's falling right now. And there still is another piece that I've got to put right up in here, but it's a thin piece, so I'm going to use some of my thin foam. Just going to cut off a section because I don't need too much. Alright, take out my pencil and refer back to the concept art. Once I glue on these little pieces here on the sides, I'm gonna try it on, Grove. I kind of do that periodically throughout the entire process, um, just to make sure everything is fitting the way it needs to, you know. Okay, so it's just a simple, yeah, it's just a line, curve actually, just going up. Here's my mark. Okay. And of course, I'm gonna cut this bigger than what I actually need, because I want to make sure I leave enough room for the glue to have something to grab onto. Okay. Mark my glue lines. And once again, just smearing it out.